In this video, I'm going to be sharing my presentation from the Miami Sellers Conference with you. I recently had the opportunity to speak in front of over 100 Amazon sellers and share some of my favorite keys to scaling an online arbitrage business, so I'm super excited to share this with you. In this talk, we broke down specific keys that are going to help you scale your business. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. What's up, everybody? I gotta do the speaker thing. You gotta do it louder this time.
Yeah.
So, what's up, everybody?
Good to have all you guys here. We are here at the first one. Now it's significantly bigger. Really proud of what Taylor and Avery have done the past couple years and everything. But yeah, so I'm Miles, Flows for Miles Online. Warner and I met 2 years ago. I slid in his DMs and been able to do some pretty cool stuff ever since and everything on that.
Yeah, so as you can see, we're gonna be talking about like specifically some arbitrage stuff. How many of you guys do arbitrage right now? A lot of you guys, most of the room. Awesome. So we'll be getting into a little bit of technical stuff here, a little bit of more generic. But I'll introduce myself. I'm Warner. I'm from Arkansas. I started selling on Amazon about 4 years ago, 2018, so like 4.5, I guess. Started selling used books, had like $1,500 and just kind of kept rolling it over. Started doing online arbitrage just for scalability issues, and here the rest is kind of history.
Yeah, so I've been reselling stuff ever since like 2011, 2010, pretty consistently. Legos, then eventually sneakers, and then October 2018, YouTube algorithm, they started getting it better and everything. I get like, dude, 13. I was like shipping shit out like crazy. Yeah. I would mail checks to people to buy stuff and sell it on there. So October 2018, I get hit with a video. Guy travels country, living in cars, selling used books on Amazon. We all know who that guy is and everything. Get to meet him and all that. But yeah, started 2019. Couldn't get ungated anything. Did books. Kind of shut it down. A lot of shiny object syndrome during COVID. And then was still in the community though. Carter actually told me how to get ungated at some of the big brands and got going with it back in February 2021. And then million in sales that first year, 2 last year. Should continue that going this year. And some other projects we're working on. We'll tell you guys all about.
Yeah. So. This is us back in the day, hustling books. We answered the question earlier, but most of you guys did some books back in the day. So there's me in the trenches, setting up at a local like coffee shop, buying textbooks from people. Miles, what are you doing over there?
That's a storage unit full of books we got for free that I tore up with a guy I met on Instagram 25 minutes before. Yeah. And then on that same trip, that's Avery and I back in the day, because I saw you were coming to Philadelphia because you were posting stuff, and I slid in your DMs. And the key with that, we'll get more into that, but the key was that you knew who I was from my page. I had that digital resume and everything. We'll talk more about that, but yeah. We're hanging out then.
So one of those other projects that we've been working on is SellerAmp. Awesome tool. You guys, a lot of you guys, how many of you guys using SellerAmp right now?
That's
awesome. Awesome. So you guys probably know a little bit about it. Had the chance to join the team with our founders back there. Give them go talk to them.
And then, yeah, like since the beginning, I've really seen the value in the community like those other sellers talk about, and it's nice being able to now help Amazon sellers with all the advanced analytics we provide with SellerAmp and everything, and get to have a lot of fun doing it, and kind of like is all just vertically integrated together, basically, but met for the first time in July. And the way I see arbitrage is it's really just a tool, right? It's a tool to do one of two things or both, right? It's the tool to get your time back, whether that's from job, school, whatever, to where you can either enjoy your life more or focus on the higher leverage opportunities some of the other speakers talk about, whether that be private label, wholesale, stuff like that. But ultimately, it should be seen as purely a temporary tool to win your time back, to either give you that chance to delegate more, go travel, spend more time, or attack one of those higher leverage opportunities, or all of them, ideally, on that. So it's really important to understand what it looks like day one, like us in the books, like you guys just saw. It's completely different than what it should be month 6, year 2. I've now been at this for a few years, and it's a completely different workflow than what it used to be, but it's really hard to see that when you're new.
Yeah, exactly. Arbitrage was that tool for me, and even selling used books was the tool for me to get into arbitrage, and arbitrage is the tool to do wholesale and lots of other fun stuff down the line, build that cash flow.
Like no one grew all that amount just immediately. You just put one foot in front of the other, and then it's easier to keep walking once you start walking, but getting going like you guys all have and everything is by far the hardest part. And then, yeah, there's just a lot of limiting beliefs about arbitrage being scalable in the world. Like, those are my December sales right there. and everything. But like, it's just really hard to see because a lot of you guys that started maybe pre-COVID, ungating wasn't a thing with arbitrage. I think the supply chain getting messed up really helped arbitrage become a thing more and more. But ungating, order cancels, all this different stuff, there are totally ways to get around it, like Warner and I have shown. We're going to get more and more into that and how you can really scale it.
Yeah, I think especially with arbitrage, people look at it, and I know, at least for me, when I was looking into it a couple years ago, I was like, oh, what do you, 100K a month max, and then you move on to bigger things. And Miles putting up 500, I had about 400 in December. It's very, very scalable if you build it with some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, and so the way I see it, yeah, good times, right? Everyone laughing, good times, man, seriously. Right. Yeah, and so the way it really can grow is that there's all these base hits you can hit, and that like normal products from Walmart, wherever, but there's these little opportunities that you can really latch on and make some great money with. Jimmy's wearing one of the former ones today. Coolering a few years ago during that scare, I know there's some epic. Romer had like guys beefing with me on Instagram in Seattle, like picking up his product and says like a 7-foot guy and everything. Yeah, weird. And then the Cocoa Melon toys, stuff like that. Every year, there's always stuff like this, and it's just finding it initially quick enough, which we're going to talk about a little bit about, but then just squeezing it while it's here and understanding there's going to be more stuff like this in the future. And this is a tool to compress your learning curve and get that proof of concept really quick with these different products. Like we've seen like Billy's my life change completely over these little Black Friday of 2021 was really big for us like that. So there's these little pockets of opportunity that if you can find, you can squeeze really hard that'll compress that learning curve to get and kind of move forward quicker than what you would normally
Yeah, and
see.
something with like these BOLO opportunities, like it's a great place to kind of get started. Being in the community is a great way to kind of be in the know on that kind of stuff. And then you're just gonna be able to scale so much easier, having the knowledge from that one product. And one thing that definitely held me back early on in arbitrage is, I found this awesome loop or this awesome product. I gotta run it up now and it's gonna be gone. And yeah, it'll be gone, but then there's another one and another one and another one. So I had that scarcity, and over the years in arbitrage, I continue to see products where it's like, how is this possible? This data is stupid. Why are people paying this? It happens over and over and over again. So with these BOLO opportunities, they're always going to be there. Just kind of having the ear to the ground.
And the more your network skill and capital compounds, you're going to get more and more access to all that stuff as you go.
Yeah, so another thing that definitely helped me in my Amazon journey with arbitrage is having that mindset shift of, maybe like if you're a new seller, maybe you go out and you look and you're not even sure if there's anywhere to look that day, right? There's always opportunity to look out. There's hundreds, thousands of websites where you can go source, right? So your goal is to find the best place that day that you can source, right? So we're gonna be breaking down some of the ways that I personally run through like a workflow pretty much every day of exactly how I'm gonna identify that opportunity. Because especially, I figure most of you guys in here are probably one-man show, maybe a VA or two, and your time is very limited. And so building this workflow was really, really important for me.
Yeah, so the best way to find that different stuff and ultimately create and really scale arbitrage side of things is just building competitive advantage, and really any business in general is building competitive advantage, because if you can get more of a product, get less of it, get it quicker, you're able to have advantages over people. So for example, when we were creating this at 11:59 p.m. last night after the bar, there's an Adidas sale going on right now that it might still be going on. It's actually like pretty profitable, but the code SCORE gets like an additional 30% off the lowest ticketed price rate. So that's immediately something that other people aren't going to see if they're not on Adidas's email list, they didn't check the homepage, etc. That's something we can take advantage of that. Combining it, another great way to manufacture margin is discounted gift cards, right? On Adidas right now, on Gift Card Wiki, I was checking 2 days ago, you got about 6% off additionally with that. And Rakuten's offering 6% as well. We didn't check the top cashback. We should have, though, right there. So we can really get some percentage off these products and pay significantly less than our competition can that's not into the weeds with this stuff. And that allows us to buy more, find items quicker, pay less, and just ultimately build a more sustainable thing that'll keep going. And what's nice is this stuff's always possible. You just have to know where to look. So the Chrome extensions, Gift Card Wiki. I had a really good recommendation from a student last week that he keeps his favorite websites open and refreshes the homepage once a day to see if anything comes in. That would literally take like 2 minutes to do, and it would ensure you always found this stuff.
All right, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the first half of this talk from the Miami Sellers Conference. If you guys want to go watch the second half, that's going to be right here over on Miles' channel, Flips for Miles. Go check it out. It's going to be awesome. And also on your way out, if you did get value from this video, if you could go ahead and subscribe, that would be awesome. If you had any questions, comments, drop those down below as well. Super happy to answer those for you guys. But go ahead and check out that second half over on Miles' channel, and I will see you next time.